Hey guys, welcome to another awesome episode of Boxpod. And like we promised, we have officially kick-started our journey to 100. This is the road to 100. Yes. That's going to be the hashtag. And we'll be using this hashtag all the way till we get to 100. Now, if you've just joined, we're saying 100 to road to 100. What is 100?
100%.
Good job.
100 episodes.
100 episodes. Remember, this is episode 85. So 15 episodes from now, we'll be at episode 100.
Yes.
Also, we're saying road to 100,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a come away. First, in fact, ask yourself, you're about to start watching probably the craziest content that you have ever stumbled upon.
Yeah.
But have you hit the subscribe button? We would like you to hit the subscribe button now. All right.
Hit it. Do you think fish can see water? No, for real. Stop looking at me like that. Think about it. Fish live in water, right? We live on land. We can't see air. And air is all around us, right?
I don't think they can see water.
Yeah?
I don't think they can see
they
water.
can't see water.
I don't think they can see water.
I misjudged
Do you think fish can see air?
No.
They're
Air
in
bubbles.
the water.
Unless like one... do you think when one... do fish fart?
And then they see the air bubble.
Because I was going to ask it. I was working towards answering his question because he asked if they see air bubbles, and I was like,
I think,
Oh,
they eat.
God.
if someone
they
farts
they eat, so they... Yeah.
in the water, you can't see air unless it's a bubble. So unless maybe like a big shark has chomokan from eating your cousin, it has actually wiped out your whole neighborhood, right? Then the shooter pop imekuacha hapo na nini. Do sharks fart? I'd love to know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they've got to. They have a digestive system they eat. So
Sharks poop. No. Do fish poop?
Yeah, they poop.
They do.
You haven't seen those fish in like an aquarium. Why do you think an aquarium has to be cleaned? They poop.
And I've been swimming in the ocean with my mouth open.
Yeah. That's why it's salty.
Why are you swimming with your mouth open? What's wrong with you?
My lips. Kwani I go, I cover them. My lips are there.
Yeah.
And then I'll chomoka.
Yeah, but you...
Hey. How do you know the ocean is salty?
You're laughing.
How do you know the ocean is salty? You have to have tasted
Yes.
it.
How did you know that? How did you know?
Because it got in my eye. First of all, I don't even like swimming in the ocean. Me, I told you I'm scared of that.
You found out the ocean is salty because it entered your eye.
Yeah. I was
saltiness. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You tasted
No,
it.
but
You
see, the
tasted
way you're saying it.
Indian Ocean. Pacific. Atlantic. I want to know what they taste like.
No, but you see, the way you're saying it, it's like, it's the way I'm imagining it is you swimming like an actual fish.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Sazilo.
Like, let's go swim in the ocean.
No, you know the way when the water has peppered you.
I'm sorry.
Me, I'm asking whether sharks are farting you.
You said you swim
Like
with your
Pac-Man.
mouth open.
You think I'm Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we think about these things, but that's a really great question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Do fish see inside the water?
No, do they see water?
Do they see air?
Yeah, they
Do
I doubt.
fish fart.
Because imagine if we could see air.
Right?
Yeah. I think, yeah. But anyway, from what I've
Because there are
heard,
people who are no.
from what
can't
I've
say
heard,
claustrophobia.
apparently human beings don't see much. Like our vision. There's so many things, like even
Yeah,
around
use a
us,
very small
right? As we're
percentage.
sitting here right now, there is probably millions or billions of organisms here just chilling. Maybe jumping from my mouth into yours, like just things are happening.
Hopping on our heads.
But God knew our
Yeah.
brains couldn't handle it.
Yeah, we'd lose it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like
limited.
what you can't see
Yeah.
can't hurt you.
Yeah.
Actually, on that, all of us can see our nose, but your brain cancels it out.
Yeah, it's true.
No,
No, you
even
can already
when
see it.
You can already
I
see
started
it.
looking at it, guys. I'm a child, okay? I actually started looking at my nose. They look cross-eyed for a minute.
You can, like, your eyes see your nose, but your brain cancels it out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Why? Because it's distracting. No.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
now you
you
just be
just
like, just me and my nose. It's just me and my what? Look over here, where?
Look at me, what?
But then I'm seeing both my nostrils.
When you do this.
Yeah, it can be distracting. I need to look at other things. And also, that's why, like, apparently, all beings see different things. So there used to be this story that cows are colorblind. Yeah. And I'm just
and
saying,
dogs, I think, as well.
that it has to be the biggest bunch of hogwash. How does a cow know that I can eat this?
Yeah, this is
And not
great.
this one.
Yeah.
See, I'm sure it's the colors.
Yeah.
Wrong. It's not the colors, man. They can see something else in that we can't see. You know, dogs also, like dogs can see things that you can't see.
True. Yeah,
Right?
fact.
At night,
Even
it's
like
just
hearing.
you're seeing black. You're like, bro, what are you seeing? It's just like you're just seeing Giza.
Probably
Right? You
seeing
need a
other
flashlight.
dimensions.
Right?
Is that a
Cats.
Jamaican dog?
Yeah.
Awo.
Yeah. Cats can tembea in the middle of the night. You're just like, where am I seeing? It's just like
Cook at walking.
same eyes.
the middle
of the
Same
night,
eyes. So
I swear.
apparently our eyes see nothing. Which also, guys, scientists are crazy. Scientists for nowadays, what the hell are they onto?
Why? What
Before we move into our run the tape,
Yeah.
scientists
What
announced
the hell are they on to?
the other day, because what these people are doing research on nowadays, just it beats the logic. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you think that you've learned science now, go and figure out
Cure cancer.
poverty, you know,
No.
jealousy, you know, because jealousy needs to go,
Yeah,
right?
it's a disease.
Enda mwamu. But what are they busy focusing on?
What?
The other day they resuscitated a dead rat from millions of years ago. Why? Because they were trying to wake up a woolly mammoth, right? You know, they're trying to bring back a woolly mammoth.
Wait! Rewind selector. What does the rat have to do with it?
So you know how, like, you clearly didn't watch Ice Age.
I did. But when you said rat,
So
I
it
thought
was
you meant
running
like an
towards the
actual
nini.
rat.
That rat, the squirrel got stuck.
Well, it was
So now they're
chasing
trying to nini forward this mammoth.
Bro.
The squirrel. Bro, the squirrel woke up. So this is a true story. They woke up a rat.
Shut up.
You know, like the way you're trying to like
Like, oops, wrong one.
your
We
mama
go back
told
to
you,
sleep.
toa hiyo nyama
This
hapo kwa
one.
hiyo fridge defrost nikuje nipate imethaw. Kumbe wewe ulikuwa unafikiri ni chicken, kumbe there was some two beef
Nini
cubes
inside?
zilikuwa zimehang
Zilikuwa-
hapo. Which to beef cubes be up to me defrost. So the beef cubes is the rat that had died
Jesus
next
Christ.
to the
They're
frozen
like,
next
no,
to
not you. Go back to sleep.
it.
That's fine.
Mazi. Can you imagine?
Oh.
While they're trying to wake this up. So me, I'm like, okay. The other day,
Honestly.
they announced to us that they found a new color. Yeah. Now, I want you to let that sink in. They said they found a new color.
Where has it been all this
Run
time?
the tape.
What you are seeing on your screen right now is a new color, at least as best as it can be represented. It's called Olo, and thanks to a groundbreaking experiment, 5 people have now witnessed it. Joining me to talk more about how this happened and what it all means is Dan Riskin, CTV Science.
What is that?
Light blue.
Okay.
It's like a mixture of blue and green.
It's blue.
Blue?
Bluish
it's like
green.
What are you
bluish
saying?
green.
Bluish green.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't know
So
turquoise.
they call it like
Turquoise,
yeah.
turquoise, I'm
Yeah,
just
that's what
scared.
I mean.
Mi najua turquoise.
So you know me what I think it is, yeah? When I had that, I knew one time. These are men. These scientists, for sure.
They
they're
have
men.
to be men.
Because, you know, the other day, I walked into the office with a pinkish jacket, right? Pinkish, and then it's like a neon pink. Then I'm there, I'm wearing it, and someone says, wow, what color did you say? Red. And I was just like, you see what I'm saying? So I understand the scientists, they discovered turquoise.
Honestly,
'Cause
because they've
guys
never
can't
seen
see
it before.
colours,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Thank you.
Makes sense. No, it
All
makes
right,
sense. Yeah,
let's
yeah.
get into it. You let us know in the comment section if this color to you is new, and if it isn't, if it is, say the name of the color. Kerry,
like
you said
it's-
it's blue.
It's light blue. Light blue ama bluish green.
So kahiyo ni
Like,
light
that's the
blue.
best-
Ini?
That's blue.
Okay, so if this is blue, ini?
Neon.
Eo. Blue lights.
Jesus Christ. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know the gene for color blindness, apparently, don't quote me on this, is only in men.
Aye.
For real.
And
like
cows.
it's a...
You haven't had cows don't, 'cause apparently they don't see color.
No, no, for real.
Do they see it left in gray, black and white?
And they know green grass.
Yeah.
Mm.
But me, I don't know whether this story is true. Me, I was told when I was a toy, I think cows don't see
I
color.
was told a very long time ago the gene for color blindness is only in men, and only like 1% of women have that gene of having color blindness.
So what color is that dress?
turquoise.
Oh, God. Fabulous. All right. So let's get into it. It's time for Run the Tape.
Nah, you can't say it like
You're
that.
not supposed to say it like
You
that.
can't say it like
Time
that.
for
Run
the
Tape.
All right.
Yes.
Kerry, let's get started.
Do you see the Australian twins who were giving out witness accounts for a carjacking that they had seen? But the way they were giving out that witness account, you would just know that these ones, they are twins without even looking at them. Run the tape.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum, and he went up there, and he was coming back down towards us, and he goes, "Run! He's got a gun!" And our heart started to pound, and I said, "Oh, Mum, where's Mum?" And poor Mum was stuck up there, but apparently our brave Mum, she goes, "Are you all right?"
Because he had all blood
all over his face. And he goes, "I'll shoot you." She goes, "Hey, I'm here to help."
And Mum distracted him to make him look the other way, and he looked the other way, and Mum ran
into the bush behind the fence. And the guy goes to her, "I'll find you and I'll shoot you."
First and foremost, I think they are the suspects. All right.
Why?
Because hawaja rehearse vizuri.
Kuna mmoja anaachwa
seriously,
nyuma.
kuna moja anashinda kisahau kenye walikuwa. Anasema the active, breaking, mommy, daddy, mommy. Ni kama wamerehearse. And me, they were eyewitnesses to a carjacking. They clearly rehearsed the story. And then they said, wait, when they come to ask us to say,
we need to have our story straight.
A story doesn't even sound, they don't even sound choreographed.
You know what they sound like? They sound like two TVs playing.
Exactly.
In different rooms.
Come Box, don't do this.
What is wrong
see?
with
What's
you?
wrong?
We've
This
done
girl.
the same thing that they were doing.
What is wrong with you?
How my demo alikuwa rehearse?
You know when someone does that to me, it's annoying. Stop. Now we'll do this episode without talking.
Imagine. Ati kwani hawana news in Australia? They don't have news in Australia. Give them our video.
God,
they can watch.
Oh
What
my
do you mean?
God.
These guys walikuwa rehearse. Get out of here.
You know, I was looking at these twins and I'm like, Yani, hawachoki.
Actual idiot. You know that?
They share everything until sharing sentences. You know, if you have a sibling and then you have to start sharing things, you get pissed off. These ones are sharing sentences.
Sharing clothes,
I
sharing
swear, they are
sentences.
dressed the same and they look way old. Yeah, it's... Hey.
Now you can imagine the mother. The mother has thought so many times how to drive them to the supermarket.
And just leave them there.
Leave them there. They're so it can be irritating.
What I was saying is they sound like two TVs on in different rooms in the house. That's what they
sound like. You get what I'm saying? This is beneath us, Australia. Do better. Come on.
Oh,
Your
God.
story nimekata, baby. Let's stop it. Baby, this brand did not pay.
Bro, you know what? Let's just move on before. Anyway, guys, so where is the craziest place you would want to go on vacation? Like off the top of your head.
Space.
You?
Yo, that's dope.
And you? What is like the craziest? I want you to think about like the most, what do I call it? Unconventional. That's what I would call it. Place that you would go on vacation.
Sentinel Island. Like this island that doesn't have people, or rather it has people. The Sentinelese have been living there by themselves. Anybody who goes there, like, you're attacked with arrows and
Oh,
spears.
damn.
And
You know what you sound like? A colonialist.
no, I just want to go and see.
That's
like,
what they said. And baby, nothing could stop them.
Guys!
Not choppy
even
waters
steer.
of the ocean, not malaria, not dengue fever, gengeton, abanton, nothing. They still made it here. They died all the way. They still came. They were like, let's go see.
Oh my god. Anyway, so there's this I'm just like, you're not okay. There's this travel blogger who I guess likes to go to very extreme places for vacation because his last vacation landed him in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Would you ever think, oh, I want to go on vacation, let me go to Afghanistan? Would you ever Afghanistan? That's crazy.
Napanda
Anyway. So anyway, he
Ninatoka
decided
Kenya.
Kwaheri Kenya, you have to do that thing
Is it
for
all
Kwaheri
expense
Kenya.
paid?
And you come back with an American
No, you've
accent.
asked me a question. Is it all expense paid?
He's paying for himself.
Okay, no. not
He
expense.
paid. He took money out of his own pocket and decided, let me go on vacation to Afghanistan. And he's a black man. I'm not trying to make this about race, but come on. So he decided to go to Afghanistan and ended up befriending a security guard to the Taliban. And they began, I guess, summer fling. Like they were hanging out in his hotel room, watching Gossip Girl together. Apparently, this guy would come and show off his guns. He's a security guard to the Taliban.
So
okay?
it can't be an Afghani babe.
No, it wasn't a babe. It was a guy. Okay, and the traveler I'm talking about is also a guy.
Why are you
Alright?
gay?
What? That's not the moral of the story, okay? They began their summer fling, and at the end of
He's
it...
been gay even before he came to Afghanistan.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so they were hanging out, chilling, one thing leading to... So, proper summer fling, if you can call it that. And when it was time to go home, the Taliban guy told him no and held him at gunpoint. Eventually, he was able to get back home, but his summer fling ended in guns being held to his head. Run the tape!
This man had a gay holiday fling with a Taliban terrorist. Toyosi Osidende became hooked on extreme travel and got friendly with a Taliban security guard at his hotel in Afghanistan. He says the guard kept checking up on him and eventually he invited him in to watch a movie and things went from there. The pair kept seeing each other, filling their evenings by watching Gossip Girl while the Taliban member showed off his guns. But it was just a holiday fling. Toyosi's trip ended with guns pointed at his head as he tried to leave the country, but now he's home safe. The pair are no longer speaking.
Imagine trying to end summer fling and then being held at gunpoint.
That's the imagine you've said. I'm imagining. I have so many imagines. I don't even know where to start from, but I'll start. Do you know what is happening with women in Afghanistan?
No.
Yeah, exactly. You know why now it's because the women have been locked in houses. It's a true story. Taliban don't even allow women to have windows in their rooms.
Yeah.
Stop lying.
They've pulled them out of schools. There's no education for girls, right? I'm telling you, this is real fact.
Yo!
It is. So, did you see me watching the video? I was like, what do you mean? Girls are not even allowed to leave the house. Okay? You're not allowed to have a window in where there's, if your room, there shouldn't be a window, right? So that people cannot be able to look inside where a woman is. You're not allowed to have any body part that can be seen, right? So I'm watching and I'm saying, you mean, wait, let me get this straight. So you're doing all this shit because you're gay?
Wait.
Because we are putting one and two together. I'm like, Taliban have been so messed up for women, right? So that you can...
And he's gay.
No, guys, don't mess with nature, right?
Okay.
Let everybody do their thing. I'm telling you, in Taliban, it's crazy for girls. Now that you know, go check about it.
Yeah, I'm
they
gonna
just
check
started
it.
pulling all women rights. It's crazy.
Non-existent.
When mtu anafika place ya kutoa dirisha,
Dirisha.
so people cannot be able to see. Like every house, if you're a man and you've got girls in your home, you have to make sure the room where the girls are, close that room, that window, block it.
That is...
So I see this video and I'm just like, man, shit. So are they doing all this so they can make it gay country or what? Right?
And how is
And
this?
also, which
How is this?
guy is this?
Yeah,
My guy.
not
He got
black
hooked
gay.
on
Which gay
extreme
Taliban
with my
is this?
guy.
The actions are a bit gay, though, if you ask me. If you're
No,
locking
of
the
course
girls
they
up,
are.
if you don't want them to have any education, if you don't want to see them,
Like we hate
you
women.
might as well just say, I'm gay.
I am gay. Why are you gay?
Because those actions be gay, though.
As hell.
Yeah, they're against human rights, and that's what's happening in Taliban. It's crazy. When we talk about Afghanistan, the fighting kind of ended, but the fight is against women now.
Honestly.
Yeah, go read about it. It's crazy.
The part I got on this video
Trust
is where
men
they
to
locked
always make
themselves.
women the problem.
They locked themselves in the hotel room and showed each other their guns. Or he showed the guns. Yani alionyesha chuma.
Bro, alikuwa anamuonesha as in
nionyeshe chuma yako, niko na hii kubwa. Unaona hii chuma nyingine? Shikilia hii ni smart.
But honestly, I'm so glad I watched the video because I thought it was like he's just there like for real. When you told the story the first time, I was just like, that's when the gay stuff started. Like, show me your
guns.
Show your guns.
Are we just going to...
Wow, from Africa?
Are we actually
Afghanistan. This one is black.
To ignore the fact that Kerry said, shikilia hii chuma.
Hey,
we're just going to ignore that.
But guys, okay. Honestly, on a lighter note, yeah? Gossip Girl.
No, right?
I hope it's the old Gossip Girl.
Of course it's the old Gossip Girl.
Who watches the new Gossip Girl so far?
Yeah, I tried this new one.
Who's sending the new Gossip Girl to Afghanistan?
Yeah, the one wakona nini za 2010 peke yake only.
They don't even want to see girls gossip, but they want to watch Gossip Girl.
That guy could have been like, I'm leaving. Why? Because I'm Chuck Bass.
Sorry, we can tell you what Gossip Girl. Guys, let me ask you. If I steal from you, right? Like let's imagine like today you find I've stolen from you your phone. And then tomorrow I still carry shades. Will you guys forgive me because you can see that it's a disease? See, I can't help it. Naibanga.
And I don't know you.
No, I'm your friend.
No,
I stole your shades yesterday. I stole Joyce's phone last week.
So you're a criminal.
Apana.
You are a criminal.
You can't think like it's a disease. Meaning mgonjwa.
You are a criminal.
Really?
Yes.
You like that? You're just cutting me off.
Immediately.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How is you on a new ugonjwa niko
nayo? Every day you're stealing from us every day.
That is actually the indication that clearly I'm sick. So anyway,
no, but when I'm easy.
The reason I'm asking is, Sawa, remember your words. Remember your words. Maybe we've been doing this all wrong, guys. Maybe watu ni wagonjwa. Have you ever thought about that? Run the tape.
You recently went viral for being cleared of charges of £19,000 worth of theft because you claimed that you have kleptomania. So speak to me about that.
Well, when I said I have kleptomania and mental health or whatever you want to get under, I believe so because there's always times where I try to stop myself and, you know, I have got these voices and this urge in my head, even from being arrested and I just come out of a police station. As soon as I come out there, I will still take something. I try to stop it, but it's so hard. It's this kind of urge in me and this, it's like I get panic attack, I get sweaty hands and whatever, and really? I speak to my doctor about it. I told them like I can't help myself. I will go to like the store. I have money and this urge in me. Sometimes I take it. I don't know what I give it away. You know what I mean? And I just can't help myself. But what I don't like and what they talk about is like it's only high-end shop I go to. They don't talk that I will get arrested in River Highland, Next, H&M. It doesn't matter. A corner shop. But I was labeled like it's just horrors and selfishes, you know what I mean?
She hears voices in her head.
Yani, chukua hiyo kitu.
Hapana, si yako na kleptomania, those voices ni tulipa jana tuendelee ama tusiendelee.
You're such a nyash.
My guy! That was original. You know what? That one.
You are
that one for real.
She's the robber.
No. That was original.
You've
that
killed
was
us, bro.
No, that was great. No, that was actually great. But that's the thing. I've actually heard of kleptomania. I didn't know it's actually classified as a mental illness.
Think about it, guys. If like today, like maybe we're telling Kerry, you need to stop sexing everybody. And then today, this weekend, he sexes enough 5 babes, right? Back to back. And then
because the voices in his head are just telling him,
it's okay. You have, what's that disease for sex called?
Sex addict?
This is
nymphomaniac.
Nymphomaniac, right? If I was eating, you say I have?
Gluttony.
Exactly.
Eatomania.
No, it's gluttony, bro. Higher. Here is somebody who cannot stop themselves from picking.
No, like for real, it's an actual like mental illness.
So that's what I'm asked, man, guys. So at this point, we gotta start asking ourselves a question. If someone is a repeat offender for stealing, right? Kama umeiba mara moja, wewe, hiyo lazima ufundishwe adabu. Lakini kama umeiba mara mingi, sasa hiyo pelekwa hosi.
There's people who...
Go ahead.
No. Tell us.
My thing is, don't you think they would be better at it? They do it so much. They should be so good at stealing that they don't get caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
what's the
practice
joy in
makes
that?
perfect.
What's the joy in that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I want you to write down in the comment section, should stealing be classified as an illness? Like, if your friend just kept stealing from you guys, klepto. Me, I know someone who's a klepto. Let me not call them a friend, but they're very close to me.
Yeah,
they're klepto. Right?
So whenever you are around them, you have to keep your things very...
That's just what it is. Yeah.
Kaa chonjo, my friend.
Inakuanga hivyo. Hata nilikuwa na auntie mwingine, alikuwa anajulikana, anatembelea watu wanapita na kitu. And then they pick the randomest thing.
Most random thing.
The randomest thing. Sasa unaona hiyo kesi ya kamera. Hiyo. Ya lens. Hata beba.
Hiyo ndo anaenda nayo.
Shanga.
I'm living here with some.
You're just like auntie, wachana na hiyo kesi hapo kwa meza.
Hawezi.
There's also
just like that.
I think there's people who get kicks from stealing things or like just picking things.
The thrill of...
I have a friend who likes stealing table mats, like the bar mats rather. You see the ones like when you go to a club at the bar, the ones that they put there for you to put your drink.
Maniga,
like
we know what bar mats are.
Yeah.
Like the mat.
He would roll it.
Stop.
Babe, ukienda kwake akona bar ikona brand zote.
Si ndio hiyo uklepto. That's uklepto. That's the kleptomania we are talking about.
That's kleptomania.
You can't help yourself. You just pick nip things. There are people who are like that.
Okay, me I have a friend who likes to steal these 2 lamps for nini. Sasa ni nani? Za club.
Lamp.
No, you know those 2? Yeah, that's for the table.
Another klepto.
She has like 3 of them in the house.
That's kleptomania.
And we all know people who live with glasses.
Kleptomaniacs. That's just it. It's just a disease. Ukipatikana hapo na bouncer unafaa kumwambia.
I won't mention who it is because we all know who it is. Or rather, we know them.
You just tell the bouncer as you're leaving, hauoni mimi ni mgonjwa? Kona fever ya uklepto.
Bushika hapa ya kleptomania.
Na hizi TV nimeiba.
But nishike hapa ni kleptomania.
Nikale ka fever kalikuwa kameingia. I know we're laughing, but like think about it. If there's a doctor, please just hit us up in the comment section. Because when I saw this story, it made me ask myself, are we prosecuting people? Because if somebody was busted, okay, well, it is a crime, but like maybe we need to start looking at it a bit different. And you've traumatized someone who has a disease.
Yeah, but you see, that's different. You can't be embezzling alafu useme ni kleptomania.
Yeah, I'm saying people for embezzlement are given cheo.
A huge number of weshimiwas have kleptomania.
Prime minister,
probably.
we make you CS, right?
Place.
But just imagine this klepto, right? Hear me out. Here's somebody who has this disease, just loves picking stuff. Then maze, they've seen something they've picked, right? Nani fever maze, heat maze. Wow. Alafu memchoma. You guys have burnt him. Bob Justice.
Yeah, it's not right.
Think about it. Right? If you knew that this is a disease, mtu huyu mnafaa kumshika mbeleke.
Utajuaje ni disease?
Lakini si ndio ninasema, okay, honestly, si tunajua mental health pia ni disease. See, now we are starting to know that this is. Yeah, so I'm looking
but how do you classify in that moment? In that moment, how do you classify just your regular pickpocket?
That's what we need doctors to tell us.
Before we got to even here where we're saying mental health, blah blah blah, like let's decriminalize suicide and all these things, right, which before were normal, right? Here is somebody who is a klepto, and she's saying she can't help it. I know somebody in my life who can't help it, and I've even explained to you, even there's a grand auntie, right? You know somebody who's stealing bar mats. It's normal. You think it's normal, but wait till they start stealing the actual bar. Bartenders, bar waiters, unapata kwa nyumba yake.
That would be kidnapping.
It's okay. I've been watching a lot of Rick and Morty. Anything is possible. Okay?
That would be kidnapping. Please, we're talking about 2 different things.
Honestly, you guys need to chomoa new animation. I'm tired of rewatching Rick and Morty. I even now know the words.
Rewatching Rick and Morty.
Yeah. So if this babe here who says she can't help herself, siwezi stop. How then do we punish that person with death?
Well, at least she got what? Acquitted, whatever.
She's to be on a podcast, right? Nani Jonte aliuliwa tu hapo Moi Avenue. Yeah. Maybe Africans, we need to stop this mob justice stuff.
Yeah, true. Let's not lynch people for sure.
It's hectic. Anyway, that was my story on Run the Tape. Hit us up in the comment section. Let us know which story you're resonating with. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. for your mom, your dad, your sisters,
grandmother,
your brother.
your
Our
brother.
podcast is family friendly, depending on what your family is into.